Hey, welcome guys back to Meetings of Mavri. I'm your host Mavri, where today we are going to be watching Kaguya-sama episode 11. So, we are in the final arc of this season of Kaguya-sama. Last episode, we finally got things figured out. The student council are going to be on a summer vacation trip together. Well, not really a trip, they just said that they're going to the summer festival together. But in any case, at least it's some activity, right? Chika might not be able to come, though I somehow get this feeling that she's going to show up anyways, regardless of her original plans. So, I'm expecting the beach, I'm expecting bikini, I'm expecting fan service, I'm expecting fireworks, I'm expecting, lots of cute little romantic moments, going around to various booths and whatnot, but let's just see if that actually happens. I feel like the series so far does have a tendency to use a lot of these cliches that are normally found within normal romance works, and then putting on this, its own unique twist on it. Well, not really twist, but just the fact of the way that these characters interact with each other gives it a new take, essentially. In other news, there's actually this huge event in Japan going on right now called Anime Japan 2019, and the cast of Kaguya were invited there as well to do some various talk shows, events, and whatnot. They did express the desire to, at least the voice actors, express the desire to come back and voice a second season. Although that, of course, is to be decided by the producers, mainly based on stuff such as Blu-ray sales or merchandise sales. But the voice actors have given their blessing, so I guess you could also say that Kaguya wants a second season, right? So there's that part, and also there's going to be another Nico Nico live stream with all the student council members, all 4 of them, next Tuesday, I believe. So if you guys haven't seen the first one yet, you can check it out. I believe there are some sub versions on YouTube as well. It's fairly funny to watch them interact with each other. They sometimes act in character, sometimes out of it, and it's just, a lot of voice actors. They're great entertainers as well. So I had some good laughs watching their first live stream. So be sure to check that out as well. If you can understand Japanese, go for it. If not, remember to stay tuned to see if anybody subs the live stream. But in any case, let's just get into the episode right now because I can't wait to see what's going to happen. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yep, and here's the beach. And here's the bikinis. Holy crap. Yeah, I wasn't expecting my prediction to come true so fast. And dang, Chika. Ah. Oh, and that girl, stalker girl, still there. Okay. What? What'd you do? Oh, alright. I'll see you guys after the opening. Shopping, fireworks, festival. What? Oh, Ai Hayasaka wants to get soaked. It's her episode. Wait, you don't use Twitter? Really? Reserved? Oh. Oh! Okay, I'm excited now. I wasn't expecting fan service to come from here. What? You know what? You go, girl. What? Aren't you gonna let it dress first? Really? Really? Oh, so she has a Twitter account? I went to I went to California, I went to Bali. Holy crap. Skip him. Yep. Just like Onsen levels of temperatures. Really? Already? You need to follow him first. Hmm. Oh, that's a nice analogy. You ask him for it. Oh my god. You know what? But, you know, surprisingly enough, it's a pretty good analogy. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Why are they using his music right now? He probably tweets about some very mundane things. Like working, studying, working, things like that. $10 that's what he tweets. getting really sassy here. No. Oh, really? Really wants to eat it? Oh, you guys are back? Wait, is this? No, no, no. I think Chika is the second, right? The second daughter. Hmm? A new character? Tonkutsu ramen. Shuyu ramen? Oh? Chika? Oh, I think she's actually... I'll probably talk about this a little bit later as well. But, there's actually... In regards to ramen shop culture, there's a huge prejudice towards men. I'll talk about this a little bit more in the ending. Okay, so how is Chika gonna one-up him? No, I think you're overthinking things. The sword. Oh my god. But it seems like Chika isn't a regular at this shop. Yes. What the heck? I don't know what you're talking about. I drink the soup as well. But yeah, it is super salty, the ramen soup. Wait, why was there a ramen match out of nowhere? What? Okay. That was a completely unexpected detour. Alright. It's kind of understandable. The exact same thing. I mean, well, it is. I mean, this. I'd say this is relatable. Oh, they're actually going to meet each other? Oh, yeah, why is he wearing school clothes now? I can understand going out. Oh, really? Going to school? Okay. I thought they were just going to, maybe hang out in the general area of each other's homes, but this also makes sense. Aww. Wait, what? They just passed each other? But I feel like Kaguya should at least notice his bike, right? Really? Aw, that is sad. That is sad. And it ends here? Aww. But wait a minute, there's like a lot left. I think there's still something else. Alright, let me skip this part real quick. And yeah, as I thought, there is still some more after the ending song. So let's watch this together. It seems to be actually quite a lot of minutes of content left. So let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh? Flashback episode? Oh. Aww. Wait, what? Oh. Aww. Those are some nice friends. Hmm. Didn't you summon her? What the heck? Yeah, stop lying to yourself. Well, this anime suddenly got serious all of a sudden, but I'm liking it. We got a lot of different things to look forward to now, and as well as some backstory, and of course, as always, within these kinds of rom-coms or romance works, this there's always these low points, right, which will have a payoff in the end. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. But let's talk about things in order of the mini episodes. So the first one, I thought it was going to be a more Hayasaka-focused episode where she maybe talked about herself a little bit more. Didn't quite get it, but I gotta say it was hilarious as well. I did like the analogy that Kaguya used in regards to following a private account. I think it works for both Twitter and Instagram. Even though Hayasaka was retorting her in this episode, I gotta say, it's actually a pretty apt comparison if you really think about it, right? I mean, when you see a locked account or a private account, isn't that exactly what you're trying to say? You're saying, hey, knock knock, I want to know more about you, so please let me follow you. Please approve my request. As much as we like to make fun of Kaguya for her wild imagination, I think this one I have to give her props. And also another thing I liked, I guess just a little bit of trivia, is I did like how they showed the homepage of Yahoo Japan when Kaguya was using the computer. So just again a little bit of trivia. In Japan they don't. Well, nowadays they do use Google a little bit more, but still, probably throughout the entire world, the only country that's still predominantly using Yahoo is Japan. Yahoo Japan is a separate entity, actually, from the Yahoo that we know from the Western world. So they do their own thing, right? And, well, I gotta say, a lot of Eastern countries, a lot of Asian countries like these kinds of homepages where you put everything on your homepage, and so things are just a click away. It's not like the Western philosophy where, for instance, most people set their homepage as Google, and so you just decide where to go afterwards, right? It's the same for Japan with Yahoo Japan. In Korea, they use Naver, they use Naver homepage, which also uses a similar layout. In China, I'm not quite sure what I know that they use also a similar homepage, but I think they have a few variances depending on which part of China you're from. And same as in, I believe Hong Kong uses Google, and the rest of Southeast Asia, I'm not too sure, but I believe they use Google as well. But it's just a nice piece of trivia for you guys who might want to know a little bit more about the internet browsing habits of Asian countries. So those two little pieces I liked, and of course, Hayasaka, man. Even though we got fan service in regards to Chika as well, I gotta say, I think I appreciated Hayasaka's fan service a little bit more. And come on, hey, we've all been there. There are days where you just want to throw yourself into the bath, just relax, but there's always this person or this thing that's trying to stop you from enjoying yourself. Poor Hayasaka. But anyways, that was the first mini episode. So the second one, in regards to Chika and with her ramen detour, I'm not really sure why they put that in the middle of the episodes. I guess they wanted to sort of break it up a little bit. Otherwise, it'll be a little bit too serious, where I mean, not serious as in, because of course the things that they were saying were still funny, but serious as in because we're focusing on Shirogane's and Kaguya's relationship, right? So instead of being all depressed that they can't meet each other, they choose to set this Chika part, or Chika story, in the middle. So anyways, it talks about ramen, right? So first of all, in case any of you guys didn't know yet, so in Japan there is this stigma that ramen shops aren't supposed to be visited by women, especially these kinds of traditional ramen shops, right? And this actually stems from the history of ramen shops. In the past, they were more for, blue-collared workers, especially men, to frequent. And that's why, you can see from the anime, right? These traditional ramen shops are sort of small. There's not very much space, and then you all eat by the counter, so there's no privacy. And so, in the past, a lot of it wasn't regarded as a place for women to be. Of course, nowadays the perception has changed with more modern ramen shops, as well as just the, just the what's it called? Sexual equality and whatnot. So more and more women do frequent ramen shops, even traditional ones, as this one. But there definitely still is a certain stigma to it. Like, I mean, if you really do go in there as a woman today, nobody's really going to look at you funny or anything. But it's still just a more of a rare occurrence, is what I'm trying to say. So that's the first little part in regards to why they would look down on Chika entering, especially since she's a young girl. And then, in regards to actually how to eat a ramen, I gotta say that middle-aged dude, he described things a lot more detailed than what I was taught. In fact, the way that he described it, I think it felt more like tasting wine than tasting ramen. But I'm going to assume that that actually is the most correct way to eat ramen. Now, for me, the way I learned it, it was fairly simple, right? Ramen comes, you smell it, you take a sip of the soup, and then you start eating it. Of course, what Chika did was also one of the no-nos, I guess you could say, of ramen eating, putting it into her spoon and then eating it. Typically, they want you to eat directly from the bowl. But then again, it's trivial, right? So you can eat however and whatever you want to eat your ramen, and that includes the noodles as well. Firm, soft, whatever. It depends on your personal preference. Like for me, I like firm noodles, so that's how I always order, irregardless of the shop or whatnot. So there's that part, and I believe in the. Oh, and also, quick mention about the garlic and the soup as well. So that indeed is also part of the reason, I guess, going back to the stigma against women eating in ramen shops, because ramen is a very oily and very heavy dish to eat. Actually, it's typically very salty, very oily. So especially again, this might be a prejudice, but for a lot of girls don't like to eat or don't have such a heavy taste. They don't enjoy such a heavy taste. But of course, Chika just says, who cares about your gender bias? I'm gonna drink all the soup that I want. And besides, honestly, that's not really just a girl thing anymore, or a women thing. I know lots of men who also don't want to eat something that heavy, so they would also decline on drinking all the soup. Personally, for me, I like this kind of stuff, so I will always drink all the soup of a ramen. And besides, that's what the water is there for, right? So that's that part. And also, in regards to, the face that Chika makes at the end when she finishes the ramen, I'm wondering if that's a reference to Koizumi-san. There's this anime slash manga slash live action series called Ramen Daisuki Koizuma-san, as well as probably the much more popular Shokugeki no Soma, right? Food Wars. The former, actually, I haven't seen yet, but I heard that it's pretty interesting and goes into big detail about how to eat ramen. So if you guys are interested in this, you can go check that out as well. So I guess that was the ramen detour mini episode, right? And then we get back to the serious parts in regards to Kaguya's relationship with the Prez. The third mini story, it was first of all, I loved how Hayasaka, the more that we learn about her, the more sass she's getting off, right? Yeah, I've loved Hayasaka ever since she first came onto the scene, but yeah, she is getting bigger and bigger in my heart. Anyways, the whole episode, it was kind of sad, right? They couldn't meet each other. And, you know, a lot of things there that they were talking about there, I definitely do feel that it was relatable. You know, saving a text message from your crush, and then trying to, you know, type out a message and then deleting it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have this kind of experience as well. So that was definitely relatable. So I originally, actually, at the end of the episode, I was feeling sorry for them. I thought it was so sad that they couldn't meet each other. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and, you know, they brought this upon themselves, right? Because the whole reason that they're not meeting is because of their pride. Like, they have each other's each other's contacts. Instant messaging is huge nowadays. You can literally send a message to them and they can literally reply back instantly. So there's no excuse. This is entirely your own fault. So I wanted to feel sympathy for them, but after thinking about it, no. You deserve what you sow. You reap what you sow. So no sympathy for me here. None. What I will feel sympathy for, however, is in Kaguya's story at the very end, after the ending song. So, you know, this was kind of hinted at, especially since we saw a glimpse of the Kaguya, not the Kaguya house rules, the Shinomiya house rules, a few episodes back, right? Where they talked about, you know, you could, it's fairly obvious that this is a household that, places, yourself above everything else, right? You are supposed to act in a certain way. You're not supposed to be taken advantage of. You must maintain your superiority at all times. And especially with their concept of love that was written as well, you know, you shouldn't love anyone, you should remain empty, you should remain calm, you should remain yourself. I could see it coming a mile away. But again, little Kaguya being so sad like that, it did tug my heart. And speaking of which, because of the title of this episode, I Can't Hear the Fireworks, and this is only part 1, I'm actually thinking if the next episode is also going to go down a more sentimental route, right? So in this episode, Kaguya was not able to go shopping, but she's looking forward to seeing the fireworks. I believe it's tomorrow, within the context of the anime. But is she actually going to be able to successfully see the fireworks? It raises a question, doesn't it? Especially with this kind of title. I think something is going to happen in which she will not be able to attend the summer festival, or watch the fireworks with Prez, at least initially, and then maybe at the very end of the episode, you know, everything turns out okay, due to some actions through either the Prez or Kaguya or something of some sort. At least that is my prediction based on the sentiment of this episode, and as well as the title. So there we go. That's been my review of Kaguya-sama episode 11. Even though there were a lot of more sad parts in this episode, I do feel like the humor, again, I was laughing my ass off. Great humor. So I can't wait to watch the next episode, which will be the finale. On that note, however, I do have to apologize in advance. I had a sudden business trip coming up where I have to fly overseas for work. So I will not be here in my home for the majority of next week. And what this means is that I won't be able to record the 12th episode of Kaguya-sama, the finale, on the day it drops. It actually sucks. I have to move a lot of my other anime reaction reviews as well, but, well, I can't really blow off work, right? So I believe, I'm not exactly sure on my schedule, but I do think that the next video of Kaguya for me will be delayed at least at least 3 days, and potentially even more. It depends on my schedule. So, again, sorry in advance, and hopefully you guys will still be interested in watching it once I do get around to making it and uploading it. So, again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time, hopefully not too far away in the future. You've been watching Meetings with Mavry. I'm your host, Mavry. So, stay tuned. Bye-bye.